Welcome back to the Sage Audio channel. Today we're talking about the top 7 free mastering plugins for clarity. But first, if you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. OTT by X4 Records. This plugin greatly improves the detail and clarity of an instrument or a full mix by compressing quieter details and bringing them forward. You can also make a master sound full and warm, but you can also greatly increase clarity with the high frequency band. This plugin is unique in that it's the only multi-band upward compressor that I've seen. With it, you can both compress the signal upward and downward, but for the sake of adding clarity, it's best to use just the upward functionality. To do this, decrease the amount of downward compression at the bottom of the plugin and drag the bars in the middle to the right. Then subtly increase the amplitude of the high frequency band. TDR Nova by Tokyo Dawn Labs. This plugin lets you create up to 4 bands of dynamic equalization, meaning you can use it to compress your signal. When it comes to creating clarity in your master, you can attenuate low frequencies or amplify high ones with 1 or more bands. The plugin doesn't make this too complicated, so all you need to do is create the band, position it where you want, adjust the threshold until the processor is triggered, and then set the ratio. Inverse the ratio to create expansion if you want to expand your high frequencies. Additionally, you can use the delta function to hear how your processing is changing the signal. Fresh Air by Slate Digital. Fresh Air by Slate Digital combines 2 equalizer bands with harmonic exciters to create one of the best plugins for adding clarity to a master. I've talked about this plugin a few times before, but that's only because it's so great at what it does. To increase the clarity of your master, all you need to do is increase the value of these 2 dials. The one on the left is your high mid band, and the one on the right is your air band. You can blend the 2 to create the perfect amount of high frequency detail and clarity. This plugin was designed with mixing in mind, but at lower settings, it's amazing on a mastering chain. Exciter by Logic Pro Stock Plugins. This is a plugin you'll only be able to use if you're working in Logic Pro X, but it's a great one nonetheless. If you're working in Logic Pro, I'd recommend trying this plugin out and very subtly increasing the excitement value on your mix bus or master. Exciting your signal is going to add high order harmonics, which increases clarity. It's very easy to use. Choose between 2 harmonic exciter types and then dial in the amount that you want. You can then determine the range of frequencies that are being excited by dragging the cutoff from left to right. If you'd like to hear just the effect or how much distortion you're creating, turn off the dry signal to monitor that. Saturation Knob by Softube. Saturation Knob has been one of the most popular free plugins for a while now. It's typically used as a stylistic effect and to add some compression and distortion. But the Keep High function makes it a great way to add some clarity to an instrument or a master. In short, this saturator is compressing the signal, introducing harmonics, and applying automatic makeup gain, all with the 1 dial. Now, if you select the Keep High option, the harmonic generated from the distortion will have a higher order or a higher frequency, in turn amplifying the high frequency range of the signal. If you're using it on a master, keep the value very low and keep in mind that it's greatly going to increase the signal's amplitude. Bittersweet by Flux. Bittersweet always seems to be a plugin that people struggle to install or find in their plugin directory. Despite being finicky, when it does show up, it's a really useful free plugin. It's more or less a transient shaper that when used on a mix can greatly increase clarity. The sweet option is going to reduce the effect of transients, while bitter does the opposite. To add clarity, increase the value towards the bitter side. Conveniently, the plugin automatically compensates for gain changes, but you can disable this if you need to. The signal can be processed as stereo, just mid, or just side. The side option is great if you want to both increase clarity and expand the stereo image. Overtone GEQ by Voxengo. Voxengo makes some great free plugins, and the Overtone GEQ is no exception. The plugin is perfect if you want to increase the amplitude of your high frequencies while simultaneously adding in some subtle but complex harmonic distortion that'll add detail and clarity to your mix. The 2 channels can be linked or affected independently. Additionally, the routing can be altered from left and right to mid and side and other options. The reset button quickly brings all bands back to unity, and INV inverts the amplitude of each band. If you want to change the center frequencies of the bands and create an air or high mid band, you can do this at the bottom of the plugin. If you have a mix, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. Also, stay up to date by subscribing and liking the video. Lastly, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.